Galactic Federation Update, January 21, 2014. 7 Sib, 19 Chan, 10 Kaban. Selamat Jalwa. Be an everlasting joy. We return with wonderful news. Our many earthly associates are currently arresting those who have long stood as obstacles in the pathway of your global prosperity. These events are merely the beginning of other events that will bring you a most needed new governance. This new governance will be announced shortly. First, there needs to be the release of funds, a global currency reset, and the formal declaration of new regulations for the worldwide banking industry. These things, when coupled with the delivery of your prosperity funds, will signal the beginnings of a new system for safely handling your monies. The Grand Overseer, of course, is to be new governance. We have set up a special series of events that will soon lead to the demise of the present financial system that is run by a few big banks. These large banks in turn are actually the instruments of power for a few very powerful families. Our liaisons are in contact with various individuals that have access to financial resources and legal means that are now toppling this dark cabal. What this implies for you is that a global struggle of very powerful men and women is altering the nature of how your numerous societies have been run for literally thousands of years. We possess in these alliances the means to transfer power. The last stand of this dark cabal is occurring in closed boardrooms and secret meetings that are going on across this globe. The last vestige of this struggle is a holding action by the dark cabal. Their embargo seeks to somehow prevent the manifesting of a true global currency reset tied in closely with the return to a new gold standard. This new financial system ends the stranglehold that was set up when the UN-sponsored Dumbarton-Oaks Treaty was promulgated near the end of the Second World War. A new financial system that takes into account the new financial and monetary needs of your world is desperately required. This is what a grand coalition of the light is now manifesting. This new system sets the stage for new governance, which will make a plethora of announcements that include a full disclosure of our existence and the Galactic Society of Agartha. We intend to use those announcements to establish the coming first contact and open up communications with Agartha and your ascended masters. This is a time for spirit. A time for new ways. The old long-kept secrets, twisted to their liking by the dark, need to see the full light of day. Your ascended masters have gladly taken on the task of publicly revealing these secrets. Lessons will be given that permit you to understand what is to be said. Right now, endless computer pages are being prepared for your mass perusal. These websites will be tied to servers that we will oversee, and much information will be passed to you. Take this in and absorb it. Along with this is an enormous prosperity program that will end poverty, homelessness, and starvation. You need to have a way to educate yourself about what all of this truly means. We are going to bring you mentors to allow you to start dialogues that can transform your perceptions about this reality and where it is going. Most of you have not spent your time learning details about your true origins and what your rise in consciousness is all about. We intend to give you a much-needed sounding board. Each of our mentors has the initial task of giving you a great deal of information and then helping you to process it. We have technology that can permit you to see and experience your past, and this will ready you for a return to full consciousness. We will give you the opportunity to visit our fleet and discover for yourselves what is expected of you. Your realm is in transition and you possess abilities that you need to develop swiftly. Both our associates and your ascended masters wish to aid you in receiving this great wonder that is finally to happen. Hosanna! We are your ascended masters. We come with joyfully blessed news. Events are now taking shape to force those who have long ruled you to give up the ghost. Their power has been the arrogant rule and ill-gotten wealth they enjoyed for millennia. During that time we all suffered from their brutal and dark rule. This period is over. They continue to feed at the trough that has been set up to capture them, as their greed knows no bounds. Our divine associates have put most of them in a very uncompromising position. The rest are in conspiratorial partnership. The whole unholy lot have crossed boundaries and made themselves liable for arrest, seizure of their wealth, and public disclosure of their most heinous crimes against humanity. In this position, these dark ones are pliable and we can easily sweep them inelegantly into the dustbins of history. The upcoming trials are merely the consequences of a number of quite ugly details. The primary reasons for the long delays have been what we have just described. These obstacles are fading swiftly. The global currency reset, the new precious metal backing and new banking regulations can now manifest. These will be only the precursors for new governance and the delivery of a vast prosperity program. These items will permit us to begin teaching you about numerous sacred subjects long twisted or sequestered from you. The truth can then be fully revealed. We intend to show you a set of sacred truths that will alter your present beliefs about your past, your origin and your sacred philosophies. Those opinions that you presently hold need revision. These changes are only the first steps on your road to a true galactic consciousness. These truths in hand will allow your galactic comrades to add on to these revelations. You have long felt uneasy about death, aging, poverty and suffering. There is a reason for your inner doubting. Galactic humans do not live as you do. They ascend after a truly joyous physical life that can last from centuries to millennia. We now have ascended, and in doing so, discovered why this is. We intend to use these lessons to answer questions that have long puzzled you. Each society has embodied traditions that paint a dark picture for humanity. The spiritual life is not to be separated from you by death. It is rather to be integrated in you by full consciousness. Your long intergenerational journey through the perilous realities of limited consciousness is to be transformed. This present revolution is a spiritual one and will bring you back to who you once were. It is to reunite you with other physical angels and proceed with the unfolding of the divine plan. Today, we carried on with the main purpose of this newsletter. We give you a glimpse into what is happening to you. Further, we have the task of preparing you for first contact and the rise in you of full consciousness. On all fronts progress has been made, and the manifesting of our mission is now happening. Know, dear ones, that the countless supply and never-ending prosperity of heaven are indeed yours. So be it. Selamat Gajan. Selamat Ya, Syrian for B1. And be enjoy. Channeled by Sheldon Neidel. PAOweb.com